Hello, Year 9, and welcome to your ICT lesson. Now, I've decided to get a new project started for you. Your new project is going to be using the software Publisher, and the whole point of this project is to get you to create your own web page. You probably heard the phrase or the job title web designer, so this is a little introduction to that, which is quite interesting, I find. I've created a folder for you with everything that you need in that folder. All you have to do is follow my videos, find out what needs to be done, and just complete that task. You don't need to do any more. And I will be marking your work usually the following day. So you have got up until the next day or morning to do that. But I strongly advise you to complete it ASAP. So just in case you may forget about it, or you might rush, and if you rush, it's not going to be a good quality piece of work. Okay, so I'm going to get going because there's quite a few slides we need to get through, and I want to. I don't want this to turn into some type of movie for 1.5 hours. So I'm just going to go through the slides. I think there's about 14 slides, and just a quick explanation of what you need to do. Okay, so let's move on now. You got some key questions to start off with. What is Publisher? What can it be used for? It might be worth doing a bit of research for the first 5 minutes of the lesson, just to introduce yourself to Publisher if you have not used that already. You can find Publisher if you're using laptops. If you just search at the bottom and just type in Publisher, you should have that software on your computer if you have Microsoft Office, which the majority of you will have. If you haven't, then you may just need to do some research on Publisher and find out what is Publisher, what it can do, what it's used for, and just put that up on one page. But please contact me if you are struggling to find Publisher or you have not got Publisher on your computer. Right, so Publisher is the Microsoft Office program designed to help you create publications for printing. Publisher offers you many templates to create a variety of publications, including brochures, newsletters, posters, menus, and there's a lot more, which you will see when you start using it. Most things can be also created in Word, but Publisher makes it easy to move pictures and objects around. Also, I find Publisher has more templates to offer. For example, menu templates, flyers, booklets, so forth, even books. Right, so I've created a step-by-step guide for you to carry out these tasks just to familiarize yourself with Publisher. So all you have to do is follow those each slide step by step, starting from the one that you can see is slide 3, and just follow them step by step, like I said. Bearing in mind, right towards the end, I'm going to zoom towards the end of the lesson, just so you're aware of what you will need to do by the end. So at the end, you're going to have 4 pictures or screenshots of your work, stage by stage. So just it's worth thinking before you start what you think would be an important key stage to put down. This is going to show a development of moving from one stage to the next stage to another one to the last stage. Okay, and you're going to show that, and that's going to show that you've worked your way through it. This is the evidence that I'm going to be looking at. This is what you're going to be marked on. So I will leave you to decide what to put in there. But what I would do is I would split it up to maybe the first few slides, maybe slide 3 to 5, and then slide 6 to 8 and so forth. But it's up to you, okay, whenever there's a change. But just make sure the last one, you put the final outcome on the last one. We'll come back to this page towards the end. Okay, so the first instruction page, which is slide 3, allows you to choose a template. You will see many templates there: brochures, business cards, calendars, greeting cards. So you can decide what kind of document you want to create by clicking on a template. That's entirely up to you. So choose a template. You open up Publisher, click on New, gives you options of templates. You choose a template. Okay. To choose a poster, click on Flyer. Click on the poster style you like. Like I said, I will let you decide what template you choose. If you want to follow the flyer option, that's fine as well. Maybe if you are quite confident, you can pick another option. But if you're not too confident, I suggest you follow whatever instructions on the slides. Okay, so the slide's saying to pick a flyer, to create a poster. To create a blank poster, click on one of the blank sizes at the bottom of the screen. So some of these are already decorated. They've got certain displays, certain styles. But if you do not want to choose one of them, you can choose a blank one at the bottom. Again, I will let you decide. Okay, to create your document, you click on Insert. So you have an Insert tool at the top, just like you have in Word, just like you have in PowerPoint. You click on the text box, draw text box, and then you click on the cross where you want your text box to go, and then the box will appear, and then you can type in your text box. Again, this is pretty much the same as Word and PowerPoint. Next slide is create a document. Let's go back. Which we are creating a document, is to change your text. Again, this is, I'm not even going to say it's similar. I'm going to say it's exactly the same as Word. All you have to do is to change your text, just like Word, highlight the text. So you would highlight it. You can change the font. You can change the size, and this is a good opportunity for you to take a screenshot. So what you could do is take a screenshot of your text before and after changing the font size, the color, and the actual size of the text. Okay, so I will leave that up to you. So you need to put some type of text in there. It can be your name, or it can be some type of saying or poem or whatever you choose. Okay, the next one is inserting clip art. So at the top, you will have, I know it's quite small, but when you open Publisher, it'll be a lot more clearer. At the top, you have clip art. If you click on clip art, it will open up options for you to choose from. And I want you to choose an option that you think that will go with your document. The layout might be slightly different. It might open up on the left, might be on the right. It might be a drop-down box depending on what version you have, but to operate it, to use it, it's going to be the same. Okay, let's move on to 9, aligning images. So this one, for example, if you have selected images, or you've got images in your document, or you have shapes and you want to align them, this allows you to do that. So what you need to do is, when you have these shapes or images, you need to highlight the whole section. So you'd highlight, so you'd highlight the whole section. Okay, so if I was going to highlight these, I'd click and I'd highlight both circles here. Once you've done that, you click on the Format tab, which is at the top tool, and find the Arrange group. Okay, click on Align, and a drop-down command will appear. Okay, the drop-down command will appear, and it will give you options. It will give you how many options? I'm not sure. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10 options there, and you're going to click the alignment option. Choose distribute horizontally or vertically to set the distance between the objects equally. So sometimes if you have so many different images or shapes, and you want them to look professional, and you want them to look a set distance away from each other, this allows you to do that instead of you just trying to guess and make a rough estimate. Again, this might be an opportunity to take a screenshot, use a snip tool, copy whatever you feel like doing, whichever method you want to use, and you can put that to a side, ready for that last slide that you can put, you can paste it on. Okay, so where are we at? We're at Insert tab. So we're going to create a table. You're going to click on Insert tab, Okay, so you may have done this in Excel to create a table. You click on the table and it allows you to move across these squares depending on the size of the table you want. Choose how many columns and rows you want, and type in your text in those rows and columns. Okay. To change the background of your document, you click on the page display tab again at the top, and then that page display tab at the top is where all the tools are, and then you have an option of background. You click on the background, or select more backgrounds. Then you're going to choose a tab which gives you the options of gradient, texture, pattern, picture, and tint. Depending on what you want to change, you can select on that and change it according to how you want it. Okay, so the last slide of the instructions, you're going to save your document. Before to save the document, click on File, click on Save As. Double click on your folder where you want to save it. I will let you save wherever you feel is best because this is your computer. I would suggest to create a file, an ICT file, where you can start saving any documents that you carry out during your lesson. Type in your file name and then click Save. Now, before you close that down, take a screenshot and that can go into your final box at the bottom here. So by this stage, you should have some screenshots of the different stages of what you just did, and you can put them down, and then you need to write down what this shows. So if you are changing text, the size of the text, and changing the font, you can put that down here. If you are creating a table, you can put that picture of that and put that down. This shows the creation of a table in Publisher. So at the end, you will have 4 boxes with screenshots and an explanation of each screenshot. If you have any questions, this has kind of turned into a movie, but if you have any questions, please do watch the video again. And if you're still confused, do not hesitate to contact me, and I'll be more than happy to help. But please pay attention to the video. I have been quite thorough. Okay, thank you for listening. I will see you for your next lesson.